Marie Callender, a name you've seen in the freezer section, those comforting pot pies and delicious desserts. But here's the real question. Was Marie Callender actually a real person? Or just a made-up marketing character like Betty Crocker? The answer might surprise you. If you're curious about the real stories behind famous food brands, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now. And stick around to the end of this video to find out how a family car and just $700 turn into a $90 million pie empire. Born in South Dakota back in 1907, Marie Callender wasn't exactly born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Her family was poor, but that didn't stop them from chasing the American dream. They packed up everything they owned and headed straight for California, looking for better opportunities. In 1924, Marie met a guy named Cal Callender. The two hit it off immediately. They got married at just 17 years old. Can you imagine getting married that young today? The early years weren't exactly smooth sailing for the newlyweds. They had one son named Donald, and the family was constantly struggling to make ends meet. There was always more month than paycheck, a feeling a lot of us know too well. They bounced between odd jobs just trying to keep food on the table. Then Marie spotted an ad for part-time help at a local delicatessen. She took the job making salads and simple hot meals. The extra money helped, but they were still barely scraping by. Then something happened that would change everything. The deli owner opened a snack bar and asked Marie if she'd bake some pies for customers. Little did anyone know that this simple request would launch an American food empire. Marie loved baking pies and turned out she was really good at it. Customers couldn't get enough of her delicious creations. But Marie quickly discovered there's a huge difference between baking the occasional pie for family and cranking them out all day for a business. The hours were brutal and the work was exhausting. She was sick of hauling those massive 100-pound flour sacks around. So what did she do? She quit. The deli owner saw something special in Marie's pies. He urged her to start her own business and promised to be her first customer. The Callenders had virtually no money to start a business, but they did have one valuable asset, their family car. So in 1948, they made the bold decision to sell it. After paying some bills, they were left with just $700 to fund their pie dream. That's about $9,000 in today's money. Not exactly a fortune to start a business. They purchased an old oven and 3 rolling pins. In 1962, they rented a small shop and dove headfirst into the pie business. It was a race against time. Sell enough pies each month or go bankrupt. For years, the business crawled along at a snail's pace. Their son Don even dropped out of college to help his parents full-time. And that decision would change everything. Don Callender wasn't just there to help roll dough. He had a brilliant marketing mind. His first idea? Offer a free slice of pie and free coffee to every first-time customer. It sounds simple, but it was revolutionary. The promotion caught fire immediately. Soon they had lines of eager customers stretching 3 blocks long. All Marie needed was for people to taste her pie once, then they'd be hooked for life. The family made another genius move. They positioned their pie oven right in the front window overlooking the street. As people walked by, they could see the pies baking in real time. The delicious aromas wafting out onto the sidewalk were impossible to resist. It created the sense of inclusion, like you were part of something special just by watching. By 1964, business was absolutely booming. Marie expanded the menu to include soups and sandwiches. The Callenders made the perfect team. Marie and Cal handled the kitchen, while Don managed all the marketing. The results were staggering. By 1985, they had grown to 119 restaurants across 11 states. Marie said it best. Everybody predicted we'd go broke, but we outlived them all. So we know we had something better. After decades of hard work, the Callender family hit the jackpot. In 1986, they sold the business to Ramada Inns for a whopping $90 million in stocks and cash. Not bad for a family that started with just $700 and 3 rolling pins. As part of the deal, Don stayed on as CEO to keep the business running smoothly. Marie herself stepped away from the business and enjoyed a quiet retirement in California. She passed away in a nursing home in Laguna Hills on November 11, 1995. But her legacy? That lives on in every slice of pie. When you see that name, Marie Callender's, on a restaurant sign or in the frozen food section, remember that was a real woman who started with nothing but determination and a killer pie recipe. The brand has had ups and downs since the family sold it. It's gone through multiple owners and even bankruptcy. In 2025, there are only about 27 Marie Callender's restaurants left, mostly in California, Nevada, and Utah. But the frozen food line is still going strong. Those pot pies and desserts are in practically every grocery store in America. So there you have it. Marie Callender wasn't just a made-up character on a box. She was a real woman with real grit who turned her baking skills into an American success story. It's amazing what can happen when you combine a great product with hard work and smart marketing. Remember to like and subscribe for more stories behind the brands you love, and let us know in the comments which famous food brand story should we explore next. See you in the next video.